Hey, so I'm Paul. This is the second episode of Bell Peppers and Beef, a Cowboy Bebop podcast.
And Justin here too.
And Dave.
So we're looking at session number 2, Stray Dog Strut. Justin, what happened in this episode?
Dog go woof woof. Okay, no. Seriously though, so basically this is an episode where it introduces a new character technically, but not knowing that's a new character yet, because the dog doesn't join the Bebop quite yet. So there's this data dog or something or other.
Hashtag spoilers.
Okay. There's this dog.
Well, now you... Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna read it. Anyway, here we go. So basically they're looking for a bounty named Abdul Hakim, who's wanted for stealing a briefcase from a lab somewhere.
I don't care about the names.
Shut your mouth, Justin.
The dog.
Yeah, well, of course it is. Idiot.
You're doing a good job of this too.
Shut up, Justin. I hate you.
Was I doing better?
Oh yeah, and they try to figure out what's special about this Welsh corgi.
Okay, so basically they had to chase it all over town.
Yeah, and they have to also...
fight over it and whatever.
Yeah.
Jesus!
The hell?
Sorry.
Why did he just yell Puppy Jesus?
Maybe we should let David talk.
It was more so chases, but still.
Oh, not doggy chases, okay.
I heard Doggy Jesus, and I'm like, what the fuck? I must have missed something in this episode.
I will keep myself quiet for that particular comment for the moment.
Okay, so, Justin.
Me.
David.
Yes.
Tell me more about this episode and why I should like it.
Honestly, on the whole, it's just more of a bit of a side story that sort of goes on with most of everything. It does technically bring a couple things to the table, but mostly it's just a bit of zany, crazy action of trying to solve a particular problem and the particular antics that happen with the story as it goes along.
And basically, it also shows another failure of, failing to get another bounty as well.
Yeah.
Because the first episode didn't work out so well.
So very true.
They died. The
Yeah.
second episode just turned out to be the dog is what they were after.
And sadly enough, they don't bother giving rewards for dogs.
Yeah, they don't.
Okay, so I took some notes for this episode, as I always do.
Yeah.
And my notes
you're
are always
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, you're awesome.
Yeah.
So this episode introduces the TV show in the universe, Big Shot.
Yep.
Which I absolutely love. I have questions like, how does her shirt stay on? But let's not think about that.
No, we asked that about another character later.
So true.
Fair enough. So they take the dog to this, pet shop owner, I think she is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some lady. I wrote down that she looks like the Joker. Because she's got this weird clown makeup and, the hair and the whole deal.
Decently enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also...
Makeup and all.
Okay, so I have another question. So there's a scene where, I forget who it is, but they're getting their fortune told. I think it's Abdul Hakim.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So, I have a question about this.
Sure.
So, is fortune telling a thing in this universe that people can do,
Yep.
or is it just
There is
random luck?
There is actual fortune telling, oddly enough, in this show a little bit. It
A
doesn't
bit.
go extensively into it. It just happens periodically here and there.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, that seems weird.
Just a little bit, yeah.
I still don't know what the note Carcass punch is, but that's irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant. It's a great point. What the hell is Carcass punch?
I don't know.
I'm intrigued to double check upon the episode and see what the heck Paul was thinking.
I don't know.
What was the carcass that was the punch?
I don't know. Did a carcass get punched, or did the carcass do the punching?
Or is it just a carcass punch?
Or was it someone that was...
wait, I think I know what it is.
Do you?
The gasp.
I think I do. I think there's a scene where they're in a butcher or something, and somebody punches a carcass like a beef or something. I think that happened in this. I figured it out.
The gasp.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
Leave a comment if that's actually what happened.
If that's a thing that happens, who knows? I made a note on it for some reason.
I wrote down Carcass punch. Anyway, so they get chased by some science-type guys in a van who are completely inept and just idiots. Sure. And the one guy is really deadpan, and he's my hero. We find out at the end that this dog, who apparently is going to get a name, is a data dog. So explain to me what a data dog is.
I think it's best to maybe leave that to the show, because it does give the time to explain exactly what it is. Sadly, it's not going to be for a while, if I remember right.
Either way, it's not going to matter much anyways.
Aside from one or two things, but even then, it's not much.
Alrighty. So, is there anything else in this episode that's significant, Justin? And
they adopt a dog.
Well, great. We spent 25 minutes to adopt a dog.
Yeah. Because he failed at the bounty. And because it was a dog.
And because it was a dog. Okay. Well, that's one perspective. Dave, anything else in this episode that's important?
Oh my god, it's so cute! Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. So, Justin, out of 10, what would you give this one?
Okay.
That's not a number?
No, I give it an okay out of 10.
Okay, an okay out of 10. David, your score out of 10?
Well, in my case, I honestly think it is a good enough episode for all the particular things it does. Though, with me having the bias of, oh my gosh, you little cookie! But on the whole, I could sort of understand that it can be kind of meh on the whole thing. But as it sits with me, I still think it's a good episode.
So do you have a score out of 10, or is it
just no, I'm still sticking with sort of saying it instead of sticking a number on it. So, as it is, it's good.
Numbers are evil.
You whiny bitches. Anyway, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10.
No.
I think this is weaker than the first episode. Not a lot.
I do agree that it is a little weaker.
It definitely makes sense from where you're coming from.
But it seems like nothing really happens other than they adopt a dog. And that should not take 25 minutes.
Well...
I mean, I know there's an episode-specific story.
They weren't meaning to adopt a dog.
Definitely true.
In the first place. It just kind of ended up happening.
I'm just saying, in most other shows, you could do that in a cold open.
Nah.
Or in the first half of an episode.
But then, of course, you would miss all the crazy antics to actually get you to that specific...
Yeah, like, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I think it took too long to get to the point.
No, I definitely see where you're coming from with it.
Alrighty. So, does anybody have anything left to add?
No, I think aside from the outro, I think we're good.
Alright.
So, I'm Paul.
I'm me.
I hate you.
And the Dave.
I hate you too.